Hi, beautiful Libra. Welcome to a new era. My name is Emma. Libra, this is your monthly read for March of 2023. And we're going to start with this overall message to see what's going on for you, what like the real foundation for you for the month of March is. And then we're going to dive deeper into the energies of that without hair. Yuck. Okay, I also want to tell you that I'm offering personal readings at this time. I've stopped doing the extendeds, maybe you noticed, and I'm doing personal readings instead. So if you're interested, just send me a message. You find the address in the description. Also, please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. It really helps me a lot. Okay, Libra, month of March. Let's see what we have here. Letting go, learn to let go. Wow. So what I'm seeing here, look at this beautiful card. And I don't know if you see down here in this very corner, there's a spider web. Please focus. There you go. There's a spider web, and the spider web is sitting on this crystal. It's like this, almost like this mountain thingy of crystal, and the spider web is like attached to it. And then we have gazillions of butterflies that just continue on. There's so many butterflies. It's this sea of butterflies, not just the only ones that we see up here. It continues on like the whole way to over there. You sort of don't see it. They continue. They just become more and more and more. So to me, there's something about that's so interesting because you've lashed on to Libra. Just stay with me here. It's like we lashed on to the crystal energy, like to the very high vibration spiritual journey. All spirit, no physique. That's actually a little bit of that. Let's see where the reading goes, because we had a lot about the mind for Virgo, a lot about the mind, and then to include the physical body. This might not be it at all. I'm just, because I'm hearing myself saying the same words, like there's a lot of the spirit but no physique. It's somewhat the same. There's a huge transformation that wants to be made, Libra, a huge transformation. And I'm feeling like if you learn to let go of whatever is... Okay, so I have this pen here. I'm just going to give you an example of what I'm feeling here. So if we have a negative emotion, and we hold on to that negative emotion or a memory from our past is just not, is not helping us in whatever shape or form. We have a negative memory from the past and we hold on to it. If you hold on to a pen like this, like not until long, you're going to start to get like a cramp in your hand because it's really, really hard to hang on to something. But this pen is like very neutral. So it doesn't matter if you hang on too tightly to a positive memory either. If you hang on to a positive memory too long, or too, like that was the best time ever, if I could get back to that thing, or like hanging on to something that is good for you too tightly also creates a cramp. So there's something about like, or just finding the balance between if you go into the into the spiritual realm and it's all spirit, and those people, there's like nothing else really exists or works in their life. Like they're often finances are really not working, or even relationships, or the practical stuff in their life is just not it's just not working because it's all about spirit. And there's something here, Libra, that wants to, if you're so good, for some reason, you're so good at hanging on to, or like really immersing yourself like in meditation on the spiritual path. You're doing something right there. And there's something about like we need equal amount of balance in the physical. If you don't understand this whatsoever, swap it around. If you are all physical, all practical, no meditation, no spirit connection, nothing, we just need the thing here is that we need a balance. There's a little bit of overdoing it in one of these arenas, and if you're overdoing it in one of those, it doesn't really matter if it's too much of the good or too much of the bad. The same cramp is going to sort of settle in soon enough. So we need to let go of both. Does that make sense? So if there's something that's really positive that you're like I don't care if it's like we probably would say that sugar, excuse me, sugar is bad for you and carrots is good for you. Let's just say. We would say that too much of the sugar won't help your body, but too much of the carrots won't help your body either. Like we need a healthy balance here. And there's something in learning to let go, like learning to know when it's too much of one or the other, that we need a beautiful balance. And there's also, can also be that you know exactly what the letting go is about, that there's something in the spirit world you just need to let it go a little bit, or there's something in the physical world that you need to let go a little bit. Whether that is full on a relationship that right now you're in a relationship that doesn't serve you, or right now you're doing certain things that doesn't serve you. You need to learn how to let go of things that doesn't serve you, but also need to learn to let go of things that are good for you, but like overdoing it or overindulging in something is not good for you either. Like, I don't know if this is a crappy analogy or just really bleak or bland in comparison to what spirit wants you to let go of. But I've just found olives, and I know I'm 48 years old. I'm turning 48 this year, and I have not liked or enjoyed olives whatsoever in my entire life. Like, I've not liked them. And for whatever reason, I ate olives for not that, like 6 months ago or something, maybe a year ago. I found olives, or a type of olive that I was like, oh my, oh, like the heaven opened and it just brought me something new. And since then, I've been needing to check in with myself if I'm like over, like we say all about these glorious things about olives, like they have so many nutrients in them and they're like so good for you. But I'm telling you, when you are on your second jar of those olives and just like hammering them into your mouth, there's an overdoing it in your body. Like there's too much olives, like there's too much of the good. And eventually that's going to turn sour as well. So there's something about no one to stop, no one to let go, no one something has run its course. Because in doing so right now, there's a huge, I cannot emphasize enough, what a huge transformation Libra would step into if you only knew how to let go of something that just doesn't benefit you anymore. We're going to go deeper into this message. What is this about for Libra, please? Learning to let go. Learn when something has run its course. Learn when too much of the bad is not good for you and too much of the good is not good for you. Find a happy medium, a happy balance. And you will step into the biggest transformation you ever saw. Wow. So that's what I'm saying. We have Change Your Life 16, which is sudden shifts and sudden changes. A sudden revelation that offers freedom. Break free of procrastination. Embrace the opportunities that change brings. So this is talking about changing, like we have this, like learn to let go, learn to know when to stop doing something that just hinders your progress, or know when to get on to something. But the main focus is letting go. So it's telling you to let go of something, but death leads to life. Death leads to transformation. And this is going to change your life. It's not going to change your foot or your finger. Beautiful, beautiful metaphor. It's going to change your life. and it's going to be sudden because there's a revelation here. There's some sort of insight that comes to you like, oh my God, if I just let go of this, or this little shift that is taking place right now, if that just happens, you know, boom, it's right there. Together with, look at this. So we have 16 and 17. So I just want to point out that there is a process, there's a progress here. There's no, even though it's a this, there has been a beautiful process going on for the shift to actually take place. You know, I was just having a phone session with a person who I've been interacting with for quite some time now. And she's been coming back for these sessions over and over again. And she's been working specifically on money. You don't know who this is. And I don't want to hang anyone out there to feel like their life is out there, but you have no idea who this is. And she's been wanting to just get to grips with money. She just has not been able to get around to really make good money, but really have kept it out, piled up bills and wanting to hide out from paying anything. And when we started talking, I was like, you know, this is not an overnight thing. If you have a strong belief that is saying, I struggle to make money, or I struggle to make abundant money, there might be a little bit of an income, but like the big money, like that's tough. If you have that mindset or you have that belief that that is tough, like now we're going to shift that around, and it's slow and steady wins the race. It's so simple. It's so easy. Not easy, but it's simple. It's so simple, but it's just about continue to change every time the feeling comes up, or every time the thought comes up, like this is tough, or I don't have enough money, or I don't, it's not going to last for my rent, or it's not going to, you know, every time that single thought comes up, to turn it around. And it's a 24/7 job. It's a job, you know, it's just immersing yourself in the process to understand that this is a process. And over the weekend, so we switched it up. She actually felt that, okay, so maybe not a phone session, but I think I need a healing session. And in the healing session, I could feel that some little piece just sort of fell into place. And that Saturday, this Friday that happened. This Saturday, and I know some of you guys are not gonna sort of vibe with this. That's okay. That Saturday, her husband won the lottery. They found out on Sunday. They won on Saturday and found out on Sunday. And she had a good ugly cry moment. And I got a text late that night. And she just said, sorry for sending a text so late, but I just have to tell you, like the dam is broken. And she knew that even though it was her husband, or she questioned that a little bit. She actually questioned that a little bit. She said, like, is that him? Is that him winning? Is that me winning? Like, what's going on here? I was like, that is a vessel for you. Whether we call it the lottery, and the lottery is the vessel straight to you, or we call it your husband that it comes through. Like, the universe is going to find a way to deliver to you what you find to be the easiest access. And it's just there's something here that really is like up in the alley of just this, that you've done the work, you're doing the spiritual work, like you're doing the work, but it can sometimes get a little bit too much. And just that little shift of doing something different, or knowing when to let go of something that doesn't work, and how that final puzzle piece just fall into place, like a revelation just. And it's not that's what I'm trying to get to here with a very long story. I'm just so proud of her as well, because she's been at it for a while. I was like, you just have to keep going, and I promise it will shift for you. You know, you keep not seeing any evidence of any shifts whatsoever, unless you feel a little bit better that day, and that's the evidence. You feel a little bit better. And the feeling is telling you you're on the right track, but there's nothing physically that has changed that allows for you to understand that something is up. until, you know, that thing happens. And it was like, yeah, there was some last little puzzle piece that just fell into place there during the healing session. But that final puzzle piece, because now she's like, should we just do healing from now on? No, we shouldn't. Don't give credit to the healing now, or give credit to the healing, but give just what the healing, you know, give credit to yourself. Like, she's done the journey of like over like since we talked, I think it's about a year, probably about a year, that she wanted to focus specifically, like focusing on money. And yeah, it was a final puzzle piece that made the shift, but it's the 24/7 on her own, turning around the thought, turning around the emotion on a day-to-day basis that has made the difference. Does that make sense? It's an overnight sensation. It's an overnight shift, this realization, this thing falling into place. It's like that. But it's due to 1617. It's due to a process. It's due to something that has been going on for a while now. And you are reaching that final frontier, that final puzzle piece that just falls into place, or you're just realizing, oh my God, I need to let go of that. I need to stop doing that, or just not of that anymore. Goodbye to that. And there's the shift. But it's due to your job. It's due to what you've done up until this point. I hope that makes sense. Okay, so look at what we have. We have change your life. And then we have 1617, like I said, it's a process. We have the star card and we have Ace of Ariel. It's like really, really awesome cards. If we start with the star card, a dream. So we had a sudden revelation that offers freedom. A sudden revelation that offers freedom. There's freedom coming in here. You would say that this person that I'm talking about, she feels freedom now. Like, oh my God, she could pay off her debt. She could pay off, like, I don't know what to do with this money. She was like, can we now work on how to keep this money, how to be feeling good about this money, how to feel safe with this money, how to feel happy and not worry, like, what if, you know. A sudden revelation that offers freedom. Break free of procrastination. Embrace the opportunities that change brings. And then we have the star card that says, a dream come true. Believe in yourself. The end of a difficult situation. The star card is also about hope and healing and getting things to like line up for you. There's a wish come true. There's a dream come true. There's a wish fulfilled here. But the reason why the wish is fulfilled is because of it's your doing. It's your process in this. It's your process to getting to this point, and it's your letting go of something that just doesn't serve you anymore. If there's a behavior, if there's a thought pattern, if there's, it's a general read, so it's going to be different for everyone, but you know what this is. And if you don't know what this is, if you're like, I am trying here to make this shift, I'm waiting for that final puzzle piece, you might feel it in the air, like something is about to shift for you, but it's like you don't find that final puzzle piece. Ask for it. You can ask Raphael, you can ask, and in this instance, we have Samuel on the table, we have Ariel, and we have Jophiel. So ask any of those. I would ask Raphael as well. Ask any of those angels, like, what is the final puzzle piece? Show me the final puzzle. Show me the money. Show me the final puzzle piece. And then be still enough, be present enough, pay attention enough so that you will hear what the answer was. But there's a dream come true here. There's a change in perception, therefore a change in reality. Listen to that one again. There's a change in perception, and therefore there's a change in reality. There's a letting go here, which allows for the biggest transformation you ever saw. And okay, so I'm going to compare it, like this transformation can look so vastly different for every single person. I mean, so again, I was talking to this person, to this woman today, and I was like, I'm so happy for you that you got the money. That's awesome. Like, congratulations to the money. But it isn't about the money. I was like, the biggest gift you were ever given, the biggest transformation that has happened now is in the pendel, in the pendulum. There's something like the threshold, or I don't know how to describe it, but like if she's been here in the negative, and over here is here's the lack and here's the abundance. And she's been over here and she's been practicing, changing her thoughts, changing her beliefs. And then all of a sudden, like, it just falls over to the positive side. And there's the manifestation. And I was like, that is the biggest shift. That's the biggest transformation you will ever, because this is her toughest theme. Her hardest category in life has been money. And so that's where she has kept the biggest resistance, in her body, in her mind, in her thoughts, everywhere. And so making that shift, letting go of something, shifting something that makes it fall into place, have the money come in, that's beautiful, but the money is just a consequence of a shifting in your thought. Make sense? And so when I talk about the biggest transformation you ever saw, yes, they got money from the lottery, but I was like, this has gained you the key to everything. You now get it. I was like, you now understand what I'm talking about. When I say that there's a change in perception, a change in vibration, then that is all it is. You just got it. You just did it. And she was like, I feel it. I feel it now. I know what you mean. And that is the greatest. So yes, some from the outside would say it's a big shift because they won money. But I would say the grandest shift is because she shifted her vibration. And she will probably never feel this type of shift in vibration ever again, because it was her biggest. There will be challenges and there will be breakthroughs along the way. But this was the biggest one, from going to negative to positive, that this is the main breakthrough. This is what I'm feeling for you. So whatever you've done up until this point, it's a general read. You know what this is about for you. If this is in terms of relationships, in terms of health, in terms of money, in terms of finding a job, getting a breakthrough of some sort, Libra, this is it. This is when the pendulum swings to the other side. You're letting go of something that doesn't serve you anymore. You don't procrastinate anymore. You're getting on with it, with whatever you know that is for you. And there is your wish come true. There's a change of your life. There's an instant change in your life. It's instant. It's like when artists get really a little bit offended, like, oh, you're an overnight sensation. Like, just overnight, you just became famous, and there's your music, or there's your breakthrough in the movie. And they're like, it's not an overnight sensation. Maybe you know about me now, but I've done this work. I've hustled for 20 years, or like for 5 years. I've been doing this day in and day out, and there's so much work behind it. And just because they had their breakthrough to the common, to the mainstream, it doesn't mean that it's not like so much work behind it. So there's something you've done here, Libra, that is now paying off. You've reached there's a dream come true, and it's because you've stepped into that. You've stepped into it. You're it. And when you're it, Ace of Ariel happens. It's your lucky day, new resources of money, time, or support, a change in job or promotion. This is when it changes. This is when it happens. I'm so excited for you. And I'm so excited for this person that I talked to today. Okay, clarifying this, please. Change your life, the star card, Ace of Ariel. And this is for the month of March. If you're not experiencing this at this very moment, ask what you need to let go of. Ask what the final puzzle piece is. and let that be shown to you. Going deeper. Wow. The World card. Embrace. This is when you end an old era and you come into a new era, pun intended. This is when you step into everything you know, and you're happily leaving like an old chapter, a whole chunk of life. You leave it in the past and you're happy to leave it there. So it's not a change that you wish didn't happen. If it is a change that you wish didn't happen, you're going to be happy down the road. You're going to look back and say, oh my God, because we have a letting go here. So maybe if there's someone who's fighting this change a little bit or fighting this transformation a little bit, you're going to be so happy that the universe almost forced you into this change, because when you step into this new platform, this new place, it will all just be like, it was worth it. I didn't see in the moment that this change needed to happen or this transformation needed to happen, but in the letting go of this, or being forced to let go of something, I don't want to scare anyone, because this is something you want. It's something you want, but you might not have the resources to do it yourself, and then the universe comes in to give you a little nudge. If there's a situation you've been wanting to change for a while, you just don't know how to get out of it, you're going to sort of get help. And sometimes the help doesn't feel like help. It doesn't feel like support. It feels like, how can then this happen? Like, it's already crappy. How can then this happen? Well, you say you wanted a change, and so the universe is now pushing you out of this situation for you to get this. The new world, the new reality, the new resources. This is what you want. You're ready with open arms. Your solar plexus is ready. Your heart is ready to receive. We even practice this new heart here, golden heart, to receive the new. Final inspiration from your angels. Final message. What do you have to say to Libra, please? It's the Libra, okay, compromise. And I say compromise no more. So first I want to say, so we have the Libra, like we have the scale there, the even scale. These can represent so many different things. We can first have, like, now you learned how to, not too much of this and not too little of that, or not overindulging in something that's really bad or overindulging in something that's really good. It doesn't matter because it's overindulging, you know, to find the balance between the spirit and the physical, to find the balance between the negative and the positive, to just have sort of like a happy medium and learn what that looks like for you. It might look like compromise, but it isn't. It really, truly isn't. It's you learning how to cope with everyday life and your own energy. This is Libra. The scale, I mean, this is Libra. This is justice showing up. This is when things are now working out in your favor. It can be when something has shifted for you. There's sudden shift in your life here, the change that's going to happen in your life. To learn to compromise, not compromise yourself, but to learn to compromise your, like, what's best for you and what's best for all involved. To just not give up anything of yourself, but really make it so that it works for everyone, including yourself, obviously. This is such I'm just going to finish on this note again. This is such a beautiful reading. Change your life, sudden shift, sudden revelations. That offers freedom, a dream come true, wish fulfillment. Your lucky day, new resources of money, time, and support. A change in job or a promotion. Things are now working out for you. That's what I have for you, beautiful Libra. Thank you so much for watching. Take care, guys.